What's good, Wagering World? It's your boy, 5-Star in Vegas, broadcasting live as always from beautiful Summerlin, Nevada, and here with my co-host, my guy, the only Sacramento Kings fan I know, but sometimes Golden State Warrior fan. Brother Stair, how are you today, man? What's good?
Man, hey, well, I mean, it's just you got to root for NorCal to represent here, right? And it's like I said yesterday, it's not really a rivalry. We've never been good at the same time, So,
Right,
I mean, that's what happens when Vivek Ranadive is your owner and tries to
right.
get to the playoffs every year, doesn't build through the draft, and doesn't understand how to build a team. So, I'll be, hey, I mean, I'll be honest. If I thought the Celtics were going to win, I'm just more of a money thing here, but I'm definitely
Okay.
happy that the Warriors are doing well.
Awesome. Okay, I can understand. I'm just ribbing. Hakeem is labeled me the official Warriors
Yeah.
hater. So since I'm the official Warriors hater, I got to give it to everybody who's a Dub fan. That's what I'm going to be, the antagonist. All right, man. Let's get to yesterday's news. We got a special guest coming up, so let's get to yesterday's news so we can bring them in. Man, I ended up not even having to play. It ended up raining out for the Yankees games, Yankees and Angels. I did pretty good early, but late I had a stinker on MLB yesterday, and I'm sure my clients are not too happy with us results. So we lost the Rangers in the extra innings, and we lost the Brewers in extra innings. So not too good of an evening on MLB for us. We'll bounce back, but the pick that I gave you guys is a free play. Did not play. It's actually playing this morning. I don't know if you guys have the type of book that rolls it over. I'm pretty sure they probably canceled the ticket because
Most
they
will
have,
cancel.
yeah, they have a new pitcher for the Angels. The Angels were having another guy going. They got Otani going now, which is even better for me because I like the Yankees on the short number and their run lines like plus 175. So if you guys didn't get a chance to get it in, you can jump in live. The game just started and still jump on the Yankees. What about your yesterday's news? I already know you're pretty pissed because I was riding with you too.
Man, that's what I get for trusting an ITF player. And I keep going back and forth on whether or not it was a bad pick or not because, like I said before we jumped on, there was nothing I saw this week that indicate that her level would drop
Right.
this bad. Because if you did the tape study, it looks like two different players between the quarterfinals and semifinals. So, real disappointed in her performance today. Real disappointed from a fan's perspective because I like the WTA more than the ATP, and they had the two semifinals center stage today, no men's matches, and just two duds. Two duds. I knew Kazakina would have problems against Fiontek, but once again, I mean, unless you were just rooting for Eager and money on Eager, not very fun matches to watch either way. So
Yeah, they
I
suck.
know
Both
you think we'll
matches.
have a closer final than I do, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll
we'll
get
see
into
how it
that.
goes.
We have a day to get into that. We'll talk about
Yeah,
that a little bit
we'll do
tomorrow
that
after we
tomorrow.
get
Yeah.
Spoon on. Tomorrow we'll talk about that. I definitely think Coco can give her some trouble. As you said, Trevisan is a ITF player. Her nerves aren't good. I'm surprised she held him against Fernandez. It was more now. I'm believing
Did you see
that it was
Fernandez posted? She's flying back with a walking boot.
she was hurt. No, she was hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, this is what happened. She got
How
her foot was
overrated
hurt,
that.
right? No, I
Yeah,
watched the whole match. You were asleep. I watched it. This is what happened.
I know.
She
I was,
she hurt her foot spread seriously, but her
yeah.
dad, her dad is a coach, dude. He's an ex footballer, soccer player, dude.
Mhm.
He screamed down something to her in their language, like in Spanish, like, and when he said it, she was like, come on, wrapped her
Yeah.
foot because he was like, stop crying and play. He kept saying
Yeah.
play. She won the second set. She didn't have much of third set. I was bitching and whining on Twitter. A Canadian tennis guy hits me. He says Fernandez was hurt, man. And I was like, yeah, but she pushed through. Now it all makes sense because I was wondering why in the last set, dude, she seemed like she wasn't even trying. The pain that got to her, bro. She
Yeah.
was really hurt. I saw what happened to her. She on that clay, man. If you trip on that and bend your foot in half, it's trouble. So that's what happened. She has a sprained foot, so I could believe her that she was in a walker boot. If you would saw what happened, man.
Yeah, so probably overrated that victory a tad.
Yeah,
But
exactly. We both
yeah,
did. We both
yeah.
did. All right, let's bring in one of the Vegas homies, man. The owner of the brand new store Walking on Water, man, in his hometown of Santa Rosa, man.
Yes,
basically
sir.
my brother, man, Max Foster, man, Golden State fan and Golden State historian, longtime true Gold
Real
fan, man. What's going on, my brother? Good morning to you.
man, how y'all doing? Thank you for having me on. I was
Awesome,
excited
brother.
about
Awesome.
this. Kept me up all night.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So my brother just opened up a store in his hometown across the street from his high school
Yeah.
in Santa Rosa, man, which is a great achievement, man. Tell us a little bit about the store real quick before we get into the Warriors.
Oh man, it came together quick with a little buddy. Well, I'm a sneakerhead. You know us. We've been on the
Right.
fashion forever. So
Right.
was buying shoes from a young cat named Caden, who's actually my store manager now. Caden
Nice.
Ruud, sharp young cat. He's about 20 years old. I was buying shoes from him off his Instagram page. He's been selling shoes for he's about 7 years, about 7th, 8th grade. And
Nice.
as you know, I have a trucking company, so I'm an entrepreneur trying to diversify and whatnot and open more businesses. And I've always could see myself running a store, or owning one, or being invested in one. And me and him just got to talking. And I said, "Hey man, you ever wanted to open up a store or thought about it?" And he said that was his dream too. And I said, "Hey man, I got the funds to do it. You have the knowledge and the game and all the customers, and you're already doing it." So it just came together like the whole thing happened in less than maybe 6 months.
Right.
From idea of conception to actually day opening, and we've been killing it, man. We had a great first month, and then we opened up March 19th, and from that day we've been steady. So
proud of you, man. And
I got 7 employees. I got 7 employees. Put my young boys on. You know what I mean? Young cats in the community and whatnot. Putting them to work, giving them a chance. It feels good. It feels good. Got my mom's memorial up in there. You know what I mean? And dedicated to her. It's a big accomplishment for me. Definitely.
Nice, man. It always feels good when you mentor someone and then later on they become a mentor, a great mentor. And now you're a great mentor, man. And that means a lot to me, man. As long as we've been running together, as long as I consider you my younger brother, you know that, man.
Let's get what you doing too. Guys, you know what I mean? What you guys are doing, I love it.
You know that. Love you too, bro.
Always got something going on, Dank.
Yeah. Always. Say, man, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk a little Warriors talk, man. Spread and I had a friend on yesterday, Hakeem Ski Prophet. He think I'm a Warriors hater. And I'm trying to tell him, like, man, how you gonna ever say that when my family is we've been rolling with the Warriors when Steph was drafted? We left. I told him the only time I ever had a problem is if they played the Rockets. That's it.
Yeah,
like
no,
everything
you always
biased over here.
Before it happens, you said we was gonna get rid of Monte. You know what I mean? And Steph was gonna get handed the torch for the franchise, and that's exactly what happened.
Exactly. Way back when they drafted him, Spread, me and him were talking this when Monte Ellis was the guy there still. I was telling them that they had the right guy in Steph. They just had to figure out how to keep him on the court, man. He was dealing with ankle injuries.
Yeah,
fans weren't happy about that. Remember when Rick Barry had to go on court and calm everyone down?
Yeah.
Because they were booing Lacob.
The best office and GMs in organization in basketball, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Just the way we draft and then the way we let people develop, player development. We're one of the best. So that's where it all starts out, your organization.
What do you think about as far as culturally what's happening with the Warriors, with them going from, when we were both talking about the Warriors and I was kicking it with you and coming out your way, it was more of a thing that was about the people of Oakland that supported, Golden State. And now it's become more corporate. They went across the bridge. Sure. They're in San Francisco now, it's kind of turned
championships.
Now you got the yuppies at the game in the front. You got all the Silicon Valley kids buying up stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? The only person I see is E40 around.
Yeah. No, they still try to make it, it's definitely a different vibe. That's inevitable. Anytime you get them, your franchise grows like that. You know what I mean? Or the popularity, and then I think it's a combination of things. As you see, all the teams are leaving Oakland. Can't nothing stay in Oakland. I believe the A's are on their way out here probably any day now. Yeah. So the Raiders, obviously, it's unfortunate that they couldn't keep them, but they didn't want to spend that money to get them a new stadium in Oakland. And as as successful as the team is, and you see, even as the dynasty that we are, maybe even going to extend it, they're probably going to look back and you should have spent that money. But you can't compare Oakland to San Francisco. as far as the city and what it is. You know what I mean? But Oakland is the culture. San
Right.
Francisco is the money and the tourism, and that's what it is.
Right.
You
And
know?
Spread, I know you've been following the Warriors probably since what, the early 80s or so?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know,
Chris
being an
Mullin
older guy,
days, right? Chris Mullin, Mitch Richmond days, maybe?
yeah, Run TNC, right? You know, then the Chris Webber, Billy Owens trade.
Right.
You know, and a lot of stuff going down here. I'm actually speaking of Oakland real quick, I'm disappointed at the disconnect between the leadership of Oakland and the actual community.
Yeah.
Because they want to fund all these art programs and this and that. That's not going to get these kids out of the street. It's sports.
Yeah.
It's sports. We need to get these kids involved in sports. They need to be active. Sitting in there painting little pictures, right, and writing creative stories is not going to attract these kids and get them to where they need to be. And it's just really disappointing, you know, that they're running them all out. You know.
Well, you know, the one thing about it to cut you off, they have so many Warriors courts in Oakland. It seemed like before they left the Oakland Warriors, there was a connect with them, and then the community, because there's a lot of outreach and give back that the players were doing in Oakland. And I don't know if that's all stopped or whatnot. You can go into some of these communities and see basketball courts, Warriors basketball courts in the communities and whatnot, and working with schools. So I don't know if that's all stopped now they moved, but yeah, there definitely could have been more being done. You know what I mean?
See, he's talking about the hands-on approach that they used to have, right, Spread? When Ricky Henderson would be running around the neighborhood getting kids to play baseball. You had Chris Webber was always around in Oakland. My boy Steven Jackson was always around. Monte Ellis used to come down the hill, they say, and come kick it. You know, he lived on the hill, they said, up in Oakland, and come down and, you know, just kick it with the regular people. So I think that's what Spread's talking about them not really focusing on sports, obviously, by how they haven't put anything in the end of the stables behind any of these iconic teams. These are iconic franchises that they're allowing to leave their city that could really revitalize their financial situation. It's really, really crazy to me that Oakland is doing that. Like you said, the Athletics on the way to Vegas soon.
Yeah. And if there's any city that just epitomized the spirit of the Raiders, and hey, you know, congratulations to you guys getting them out there, because I think they fit in Vegas too. Yeah, but I felt they epitomized Oakland. I mean, it was just the way the team was and the way the city was. It's just really disappointing that they didn't see that, you know, and I feel like they're going down this weaker, more intellectual path and not really understanding what kids in this situation are going to respond to. And that's just full on, you know, physical effort and physical outlook.
Yeah, great point. Great point. Let's get to the finals talk a little bit, man. You guys are trying to get your fourth. And what is that? The last 6 years? Is that correct? Is that right, Spread? 6 years or 7
years?
Yeah, some of 4 in the last 7 years. A lot of people don't know this is actually one of the best scripts the NBA could have ever written. Is that they got the Warriors, who were the first NBA champions. A lot of people don't know that. The Warriors won the first NBA championship in 1947 as the Philadelphia Warriors before moving to the Bay Area. They were the first champions of the NBA, and they're facing the most successful NBA franchise with Boston. If they win this series, they'll be number one by themselves again. They'll be have 18 world championships. The Lakers are tied with them now after they got the popcorn bubble championship. Now it's 17-17. So. What do you think about the finals? How do you see the team perform in this finals? And also a little bit, what did you think about the team as a whole this season? What did you think about the progression of the franchise this year?
Man, well, to sum it up, I think this will go down as for Steph and Clay and Draymond, Warriors period. I think this will go down, and probably Kerr as well. This will go down as one of the out of all their championships, it'll go down as one of their ones that means the most to them. Right. Because of all the things they had to go through, the injury with Clay, him coming back to stay. I'm so happy for Clay. Like, I can't say that enough. You know what I mean? Just seeing him come back. I saw when we came out hot at the start of the year. I thought, hey, we might could do this, but it's a long year. You know what I mean? And then, you know, you had some injuries. Steph had to sit down. And then when Poole stepped up and our bench stepped up, and I seen, geez, this guy can help carry us. He's almost a Steph 2.0 or you know what I mean, a Steph B. I started really taking us, you know, having us because I thought Phoenix was gonna come out of the West, honestly. So when they dropped the ball against Dallas, I was super surprised. Looney was looking like a star against Phoenix, and Ayton couldn't do nothing against Dallas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, as far as the Warriors this year, man, it was a long year. It was a lot of ups and downs. Like I said, I think this will go down as one of for Steph and them as one of their most memorable, and one of them they can really be the most proud of. You know what I mean? Didn't know KD. All the obstacles they had to go through. You know what I mean? The Clay injury, all the lineups they had to play with. I think they'll be. This will mean a lot to all of them.
It's definitely a legacy cementing.
First one.
It's definitely a legacy cementing finals for them.
I think you got to put Steph up another notch as well.
Yeah, 4 rings is a big difference from 3.
Come on, man.
It's a big difference from 3. And how do you see the series playing out? Do you see the Warriors being victorious in the series?
I do. I think it's going to go 6 games. I think it's going to go 6 games. I think we're going to split the first 2. I think Boston might get the second one at home. I think we'll win tonight. It's going to be a tough series. Boston, they defend. They're big. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up with us offensively in our ball movement. I think we'll be able to take advantage of them a little bit with our ball movement if we can play our brand of basketball. But it's going to be a tough series. I mean, Tatum, Smart, Brown. These guys are tough, and they've been in a lot of playoff battles too. Smart to me is like a smaller Draymond. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Draymond. You know what I mean for them. Yeah. He does it all. He's Defensive Player of the Year, so it's not going to be an easy task by any means necessary. I mean, I see it going 6, 7 possibly.
Yeah. And see, I got the Celtics in 7, and the only reason why I have the Celtics in 7 is because what you spoke about the fact that the Warriors, their road through the playoffs has been pretty easy. They haven't been tested the way they're going to be tested. Now, I wouldn't doubt it if they're able to step up and still win the series because of the type of players they have. I mean, Clay and Steph are money, but they're going to have to be, like literally lights out from the 3-point line. And the only reason I say that is because they're going to have a lot of difficulties getting baskets inside against the Celtics interior defense. Yeah. They're going to have a problem.
And the Celtics as well too.
Yeah. And the Celtics have beaten the 2 best players in the NBA, KD and Giannis. So they've dealt with a lot of tough tasks before they got to the finals to face them. And the last thing that has me a little bit leaning more Celtics is because, as you know from you guys past, the only type of player you guys had problems ever dealing with was LeBron. That's it. Everybody else, that's why you had to go get KD to deal with LeBron, because that's the one hole in your guys' system is that you guys play as a team. You don't have one guy who you could just say, hey, man, go get him and go take over. Whereas I feel like the Celtics have 2 of those type players with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown that they're going to try to isolate and get switches to get Steph and try to pound Steph the same way that they did with LeBron with Cleveland, where, they tried to get him on him as many times as possible on either him or Kyrie. And I think that the Celtics are going to implement that same type of strategy, and that's going to have Steph with maybe some fouls early in some of these games. Just all depends on the referees and the wheels. So
how much do you believe in Jaylen Brown? I feel like
Jaylen Brown more actually than Tatum.
Do you?
Yeah, I feel like he's more versatile. I think Tatum is a great scorer, but Brown's more versatile. You can count on him more to make plays at the rim. You can count on him more to make defensive steals. He's more electric in the open court. Tatum is he's from the school of Kobe. He makes tough shots, and he makes them the best in the league probably right now. Him and KD are at 1A and 1B at that.
He creates
what are you seeing spread happening in the finals?
Oh yeah, I mean, we went over this yesterday. I don't like the ISO as much. I like the team basketball more. And everyone thinks the Celtics are a lot bigger. I don't really think they're that much bigger, right? I mean, what 6'6"
slide on the wings, Fred. Y'all skinny jeans on the wings, man. You skinny jeans on the wings.
What are you talking about? Man. Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green are my wings.
That's it.
They're 6'6" and 6'8".
2 great defenders as well.
Great defenders.
6'6" and 6'8". And I got Kevon Looney. Everyone thinks they're going to tag Looney. Looney been doing pretty good switches all these playoffs.
Yeah, that's what we're going to see. That as a series. Looney to me, Looney and Grant Williams are the two biggest factors in these games.
X factors,
When the Warriors set their defense, and after they find out, they're so smart. When they see how they're trying to get ISOs on Steph or either on Poole, they're going to make it where they end up on Looney most likely. That they're going to figure out a way.
Just every time they try and isolate Steph, they're just going to blitz.
They're going to try to make it.
They're not going to let Tatum work one-on-one on him.
This is where Grant Williams comes in, I think. I think that they're going to make it where they try to get Steph to go stand around Grant Williams out at the three-point line, and that's when Grant Williams has to go on the block and go back to his Tennessee days and punish him. Whoever has Steph, they have to make him work.
But what's going to happen is you can put Draymond on Marcus Smart, and he's going to be running around like a free safety, so they're not going to let people post up. You're going to have Draymond running around everywhere because he's on Smart.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Jaylen Brown. Go ahead, Stax. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I feel like we're a little deeper. Our bench is a little deeper. We have some guys that can give you a little more offense than Boston does on you know what I mean, when it comes down to it. I feel like it's
Derek White, Grant Williams is pretty good, man. Derek White,
but Jordan Poole is going to be the best one out of all of them. I still think Bielika can give you quality minutes.
Wiggins, yeah, I mean, any given night, Clay. It's
Poole's first finals too. We'll see how
it's everyone on the Celtics' first finals.
Yeah. So we'll see how they react to it. Yeah, we'll see how he reacts. The only commodities that we know that are going to be ready to play is going to be Steph and Clay. We know that. Like out of everyone, we don't know how they're going to react for this first time to the finals. But just roster wise, I just like how the Celtics match up with them, man. I really do. I just really like how they match up with them. Defensively, I like how they match up, and I think they have advantages on offense. But the savvy of Golden State could easily win this series.
We've been here.
What I'm saying, so don't think I'm not aware of the savviness of Steph, the savviness of Steve Kerr, the savviness of Draymond Green. They're very intelligent basketball players and basketball coaches. So this is all me coming from. Like you said, I'm doing the number nerd stuff this time. Spread, But the numbers nerds are going kind of with what my eyes are saying. I've been on Celtics since the Nets series spread. I haven't stopped riding them, so I'm keep riding them like I did the 49ers. And if it comes to an end, it comes to an end. But I like how they match up,
Yeah, and hey, it may turn out that way, right? I mean, it would be the first time I miscapped my basketball game. But, everyone talks about the Celtics defense. The Warriors had the best defense when they were all healthy. Right, and then everybody got hurt, and hopefully they don't get hurt again.
I think there could be
a dirty play where Steph got hurt. What's up?
I think it could be a couple blowouts in this series potentially.
Oh yeah, it will be. It will be. It's always
Boston don't show up for every game.
You know how the refs work.
Exactly.
The refs work a certain type of way in these series. We're not gonna talk about it, but I'm gonna just tell you this: the Celtics are 12-0. When the extender is the referee. So y'all make sure that when the extender
hopefully they save him for game 3 because I want the Warriors to get that 2-0 lead for me.
I know, because you want to break my you want to break my trend about the Celtics don't lose 2 in a row.
Yeah,
it's not breaking spread. It's not.
It is. It's gonna break. It's gonna break.
My little brother even told you that they're gonna win one in San Francisco.
Nope, ain't nobody winning San Francisco. 9-0 so far in the playoffs this year. 41-10 on the year.
They're due, man. They're gonna lose one this year.
That'll be an amazing stat if we don't lose at home all playoffs.
Hey, Celtics 7-2 on the road in the playoffs, though, right? So it's not that crazy.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah. 9-0, 7-2. So.
All right, Stax, give them some information about your store before we let you get up out of here, man. I know you got a lot to do today.
You follow us on the gram, walkingonwater.sr. www.walkingonwater.sr at Shopify is our website. Follow us, check us out. We have we ship out, we update every day, get new merch in. Check us out, man. We got a little bit of everything.
All right, that's Max Foster, y'all. You're gonna be joining us throughout these finals, giving us some information on the ground about the Warriors, man. He says Warriors in 6, man. And we'll be talking about that as we continue. Love you, bro. Hey, I'll pull up on you a little bit later today, huh? We'll link up today, man. I got to get some dunks from you, too. I need to look at the catalog.
Yeah, I got to show you the catalog. Thank you, Spirit.
And enjoy this, man. You deserve it for those. You
keep
suffered
doing
through those Andres Biedrins years, right? You deserve this after that, right?
Oh man, a lot of years, man. Eric Dampier and Ronnie Cycles and Danielle Marshalls, man. All those
Danielle,
guys.
that's a good. I forgot about Danielle.
Man,
Yeah.
Danielle Marshall. Now that's a name there. All right, brother. I'll match you later. We'll see you. Thank you.
You guys have a good one.
All right. Yeah, that was fun. All right, man. Let's get to the ball and parlay for today. Who you rolling with today, Spread?
I didn't even tell you. I'm just breaking it out on the show. Let's see if you disagree. My guy, you know, hey, I got a little in my blood, right? A little,
Right.
you know, Northern European. I'm taking the
Right.
Norwegian. I got Casper Ruud, minus 4.5 against CILIC.
I like it.
CILIC's been doing great, right? He's raised his level, but you look, he hasn't really beaten clay quarters, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Senego might have been the only one that he beat, right? I mean, he beat Medvedev in the round of 16. That's a good win. Medvedev's a great player, but it's a hard quarter, right? Then he beat Rublev, another guy who's at his best on hard courts. Let's see what he does against like a true dirt baller, right? You know the slang term for the clay quarters. You know, Ruud is just that guy. He wants to be the backboard. He wants to be doing this and that. And you know what I like about Ruud? He likes using his opponent's power against you. So CILIC kind of plays into his hands in my mind, with the idea that he's going to be able to redirect that pace, and he's actually going to welcome it, right? It's not going to bother him at all. So, you know, I feel like CILIC's had a great run here. Of course, CILIC has Grand Slam experience. He's won the U.S. Open in 2014. He's been a Grand Slam finalist twice, right? So he's been on the stage before. This is Ruud's first semifinal. At the same time, though, I feel like they're both playing free, right? Ruud exceeded expectations. So regardless of what happens today or tomorrow, he's still going to be feeling pretty good, right? He upped his ranking. He upped his points, best performance, something to build on. I feel both men are going to play free and easy, and I think that works for Casper Ruud here. So I think that CILIC, while he's having a great run, right, a resurgence as a 33-year-old, when I don't know about you, but I kind of just said, hey, he's past his prime, you know, he's still good, you know, especially like U.S. Open or Cincinnati where it plays, you know, Cincinnati plays real fast, or, you know, those indoor hard courts. But, you know, I think the resurgence ends here. And as an older guy, right, it sucks going against the old guy, right? I love to see the old guys win. But I got my guy Casper Ruud to cover the minus 4.5.
Okay, nice. I like that too. I'll definitely be on Ruud. I don't know if I'm a later.
I think you can also, if you don't want to, I really like Rafa tomorrow too, and you can parlay that and get to.
No, I'm Bevers. I'm taking Bevers.
You are?
All right, Bevers. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Plus 255. Yeah. You want to hear my spiel on that why real quick? I told him a little bit on the radio. This is the only reason why. I feel like it's Bevers' time, man. He kept saying in the interviews, no one's paying attention to me. They don't think I'm a good player anymore. I think he's real motivated. He sees a real path that he's beat Alcaraz. As you know, before this last matchup that he lost to Rafa, he had beat him 3 straight times. So I think he has a lot of confidence about Rafa. And you know, at this age, how much did Rafa give to beat Joker? That was almost like the finals, right? He could have a letdown, man. You know, he's still human. I know he's a great player, and he's still 37. You know, and Bevers is 35.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And he's in Bevers is in the prime of his career. He's in his prime. He has a better win right now than Nadal has, and he has past success on him. And I think a lot of people are slipping on him, and I think that the books are going to clean up if Bevers pulls off this upset, because they'll kill a lot of tickets who got Nadal.
Of course,
to win to the Open. So I really like Bevers against your boy Ruud. And that's going to be a good one, because I think Ruud will be very confident against Bevers. So we might get a 5-setter, and then it'll come down to Bevers' nerves. Can he finally win? Now we got 2 guys for the first time in the French Open. Can he finally win his Grand Slam? Because we've seen them both. They don't handle pressure good in these situations. So one of them will have to overcome it. But I think Bevers is going to be free and easy against Nadal. He knows he's a big dog, just like he was against Alcaraz. No one thinks he's going to win. The whole stadium's going to be against him. But I was reading through a lot of the stuff that he was saying in an interview, and I believe he has a lot of confidence that he can beat Rafa in this match. He sounded like he felt like if he beat Alcaraz, that he could get Joker or Nadal, that would be almost a step down in competition. And we'll see if what I'm reading is correct, or if you're right that the old man gets it done again, the King of Clay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll be on opposite sides there, but I like the Ruud play much more. That's why I gave it out for the ball and parlay.
Yeah, I like that
because
Ruud play a lot.
here's where the two like wild cards or things that need that right can just throw off your handicap. Number one, Rafa's foot. Looked good
Right.
yesterday, but it's a weird injury and it can flare up at any time, right? So if he's
Yep.
not 100%, that's going to be an issue. The other wild card I feel is Zverev's serving. His serve was on
Right.
point against Alcaraz, 73% for serve percentage, right?
Hitting that tee. He loves
Yeah.
to hit that
So
tee.
if he can serve like that, of course he's got the chance for the upset. But you brought it up, and I'll tell you what, man, and you know it could bite me, right? Because these things happen. But you know, I've seen Zverev, kind of melt in these situations before. It felt like in that U.S. Open against Team, right? Team's level dropped, and his level would drop even more, right?
Yeah.
It's so weird because he's good in those Masters finals.
Kills it. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
so
kills it.
it'll be interesting to see. So we're opposite there, but hey, at the number that you got, right? I can't argue because, like I
255,
said,
man.
the serving hits.
I'm
We're
still
good.
using the money from the Alcaraz match on the bet that. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
and that's great because I was on Alcaraz there. So maybe I'm underrating the big German and just expecting him to melt down. But I know you also have a play for tonight. Why don't you give that one out?
Yeah, we got to go first quarter under 53. In the opening of the NBA Finals, going to be a lot of jitters, a lot of nerves, and a lot of defense. We know that both these teams are, as you said, Golden State was number one when they're healthy. Ended up the end of the year, the Celtics were number one, but they finished 1 and 2 in defensive ratings. The Celtics are number one against for defensive field goal percentage, and I think the Warriors are number 3. The Warriors are also third in 3-point defense field goal percentage, and the Celtics are number 1. So these guys are going to be all over the court on each other. It's going to be nerves involved. It's going to be low scoring the first quarter. I don't expect a lot of shots. I expect the refs to be filling out the game. They're probably not calling a lot of calls early, just try to fill out the vibe for the game, the flow of it. So expect a low scoring beginning to this game, kind of like the same approach we take with the Super Bowl. First quarter under always, when you're dealing with these big games, man. So we're going to roll with that. And I love my boy Spreads play with Ruud. I'll be taking the money line though too. Give him the money line too. What is it? Just tell him. You don't have to put it up. What is it? -2.
My mouse is on the fritz today, but yeah, if it's -4.5, it correlates to probably about -275.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. -250 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still a great number. Still a good number. So take Ruud, and we're going to take the first quarter
There
tonight.
it goes. It's -244. A little less.
Oh, even better. So you get to -240. I'll lay that as well as the sets because that -240 can be kind of your insurance in case it goes 5 sets and we get some tiebreakers or something. But the first quarter under 53 we like tonight is the 75th edition of the NBA Finals kicks off, man, between the first team that ever won the championship against the most winning franchise ever. So it's going to be a very interesting finals. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Follow my guy Spread at Spread ASTAIRE. Subscribe to his YouTube channel, which is Spread ASTAIRE. Follow me at 5 Star in Vegas. Spell out the 5. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is 5 Star in Vegas Sports Investments. We're here on SCOON TV Monday through Friday. Subscribe to SCOON TV. We'll have Big SCOON in actually tomorrow to talk some fighting. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Best of luck to y'all.
Hey, before I close this, we're going to make a commitment to each other right now. And we got
What's
a
that?
new motto.
What's
Friends
that?
don't let friends bet ITF level players in Grand Slam semifinals.
Hey, look, cross my heart.
Yeah, we won't make that mistake again.
We won't
All right,
make that
guys.
mistake again. And to my clients, blame Spread. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, man.
Hold on. This will not.